Hi guys, this is Melanie for the second part of the double read portion of the actual the playing test for Woodland Tech. Today we're going to be talking about a couple things. We're going to be talking about oboe embouchure, and let me just make sure. We're talking about oboe embouchure. We're talking about how to hold the oboe, how to hold or play the oboe, and how, in theory, we'd play hot cross buns on an instrument. So the first thing that we're going to actually do is we're going to imagine saying the letter N. And this is just to actually get a feeling of how our lips are when we say the letter M. Your lips are going to be together, but they're relaxed, right? M. The lips come together and they touch, but there's no tension. There's nothing that's going to bite. No biting. Now, after we say M, we're going to roll our bottom lip over our bottom teeth. And basically what it's going to do is create a small cushion. Right? Like that. My lip is a little large, so it may be a little strange. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to place the reed gently on our bottom lip. And we're going to close our top lip around the reed. It's going to make a seal. You don't want a bite. You don't want pressure. You want to be able to control the instrument, the reed particularly, but we don't want to actually have any pressure or anything kind of negative that would be causing a lot of tension for the reed. We're going to think three separate things. We're going to think small, round, and focused, right? Because that air has to be very direct when we blow into the instrument. So when we're blowing, right, we need to think small with where our airstream is going and how our embouchure is formed so that we can get fast air. Secondly, we have to think round, because if it's too flat, the air is actually going to spread and go out in different directions that are not the reed. But we have to get it directly into where the two reeds are. And then, of course, it has to be focused. If the air is not focused, it's just like how I just said. If it's going to the right, if it's going to the left, if it's going up, if it's going down, you're actually going to be losing a lot of air that could be helping you play the instrument. So really, you have to make sure that those are those three things that we do. It's small, round, and focused. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about holding the oboe, which is a little scary thought even to myself. Although I don't have an oboe, I'm going to tell you how to hold it. So, the oboe is going to rest at an angle, slightly away from the body, not straight down. All these instruments, I kind of like to think of like a right triangle, your Pythagoras, and, right triangles are just kind of awesome. The right thumb is going to support the instrument under the thumb rest, and your left hand is going to go on top with fingers curved naturally over the keys. Kind of like the Lego hands that we were talking about in class. Make sure that both arms are relaxed and your fingers are curved. Lego hands again, right? Not flat, or else you're gonna actually have different intonation on the horn. And it's also not gonna be tense, or else you're not gonna be able to move your fingers. That's for intonation on the instrument, as well as being able to press them. If you have tense, flat fingers, it's not really gonna work. Posture is always key with any kind of instrument. You're gonna make sure you sit up tall with a nice elongated spine, not too tense. Again, you don't want to lock anything while playing an instrument. Shoulders down, let your hands stay loose, and 2 feet on the ground. That's always a good rule. So, if I had my oboe, I would demonstrate hot cross buns. So the notes for this are going to be G, F sharp, and E. So in the key of G, right? All fingers are going to be down on the left hand, plus the octave key, right? F sharp is going to be similar, but it's going to be one less finger, and E is going to be even fewer fingers down, right? I wish that I could play this for you at this time, but an important thing is, as you start to add fingers, as is the same with any instrument, you really want to make sure that your air still continues to be the same. Not be the same. It continues to be fast, direct, and if you're noticing that you're not getting a sound or you're not producing anything, or you're really sharp or something, adjust your embouchure and see what you need to do from there. For instance, if you're sharp, you may be sending too massive air through the instrument, and it may not be controlled enough to actually get what you want. So think more direct and more like a pinpoint, or kind of like a laser beam. If you're not having any air, you really want to support. Take a deep breath from down in your diaphragm, sit up straight, all that kind of stuff. And I think that's it. Yeah. I wish I had my oboe, or I wish I had an oboe. And I thank you guys for listening. Thank you so much.